Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Katie and we are opening the November 2020 SCRAWLRBOX. Now, is it me or has this arrived super duper early? I know that sometimes SCRAWLRBOX does bring the dates forward a little bit on the run up to Christmas, so you get that lovely Christmas box, but this is like super early. However, I am not complaining. This was a nice surprise to find when I came back from walking the dog this morning. So, first impressions is it is some kind of watercolour thing, and it was a heavy box and I could feel a palette in there. But first of all, check out this print by Claudia Drexhage. I hope I've pronounced that right. It is another gorgeous print to go with all of the other gorgeous prints we get, and I do appreciate getting one of these every month. Anyway, would you look at that? It is some Derwent Graphitint paints. Now, I say it like this because, well, I've already got this and I've already got the pencil and I've even got the same paper, so I really didn't need this box this month. However, I'm not going to complain about it either. I don't mind having spares. It can sit on the side and wait until I've gone through my current box. But just to clarify, I will be using my current set because there's just no point in opening up two sets and having them on the go. And also, I've already got them pre-swatched out, so I'm not going to waste a piece of paper doing that again either. If you do want to see me swatch them, I will leave a link to that video. I might even pop it in a card up in the top right hand corner, so please do check that out. I go quite in depth with these on these videos, so be sure to check them out. The paper we get is the Langton 300 GSM watercolour pad. It's very nice paper. It is a cold press, so it has got that texture which is perfect for working with these particular paints. And we also have a Derwent Graphitint pencil in Midnight Black. This month's prompt is liquid landscape, so it's not my forte, but we'll give it a try anyway. And whilst I'm preparing my palette on screen, I'll tell you what colours there are in the pan set, just for those of you who haven't seen the video. However, I do recommend you check that one out. So the colours are as follows. We have Autumn Brown, Russet, Meadow, Green Grey, Slate Green, Ocean Blue, Steel Blue, Dark Indigo, Aubergine, Juniper, Port and Graphite Grey. I definitely feel like I've done a video where I've said that before. And of course, as mentioned, the pencil is Midnight Black. Now, I've taped down a sheet out of the pad using some washi tape, and I've also decided to use my own brushes. Now, it does come with a little water brush, but I'm choosing not to use that because I'm not really a massive fan of water brushes unless I'm on the go. And to show you the best way I'm going to be using these pans is to use the brushes that I like to use with them. Now, I've started off by doing a wet and wet technique, and I've just soaked half of the page. I've gone in there with a dark indigo, which I do believe is this month's featured artist's favourite colour, so I'm keeping it on point. But also, it's just the perfect colour for these rolling hills that I'm doing. It's not a particularly strong dilution, but it's not a very weak one either. There's plenty of wriggle room with these paints. And again, I'm just layering over with the same colour. Now, it really does seem bittersweet getting this because this is a really good box that everyone else has got this month. However, I've already got these, so I did not need any of this month. I'm not complaining. It's not SCRAWLRBOX's fault. It's just one of them things. And hey, it means I've got extra backup supplies. I'm also a massive fan of muted tones. So again, this is a good box. I think there's a lot you can do with it. My only gripe is it was only a few months back that we received some liquid graphite in tubes. And it just seems a little bit like the issue I had with last month's upgrade. It's just a small gap in between boxes where we've had similar materials. Again, I'm not complaining about what we've had. This is really nice quality stuff. I believe I paid about £20 for my Graphitints, so this is really good value. I just wish there'd been a bit more of a break, a bigger gap in between this graphite, liquid graphite type box painting with graphite medium and the one where we had it in the tubes. You know what I mean. But anyway, I digress. For the sky, I used the port colour just to add a bit of colour in there. I want this to look quite a bleak day, as these are delightfully delicious muted tones. It only seems right to celebrate it with these dark, bleak colours. I thought I'd add a tree in the foreground just to add a bit of depth as well, and I used the midnight black for that and activated it with a paintbrush loaded up with the graphite grey. I decided to add some grass details in with a fan brush, and I quite like it. Again, it just adds those more detailed areas at the front, whereas everything in the background's just a little bit more washed out, just to give that sense of depth. To add some leaves to the tree, I used a sponge and I mixed port with juniper. That sounds like a drink that I'd probably drink on a bleak day just to keep warm. But anyway, I digress. I used a sponge to add the details, and it really worked well. The graphite in these paints sinks into the texture of the paper, which is why I like these so much. And another thing as well, if there's some graphite on that page that you don't want there, it can be lifted up with a kneaded eraser. Some of the areas on the hills in the background were just looking a little bit too clogged up with graphite, and I wanted to lighten that background a little without losing that colour. So the kneaded eraser worked perfectly there. Just to increase that sense of depth, I went back in there with that graphite grey just to add some more grassy details and also some details of some trees on that far hill in the background there. So what am I thinking about this box? Okay, so the prompt, it's not my forte, but I actually quite like what I created with it, and I didn't think I could do that with these materials. The box itself is brilliant value. You've got some really nice things in there, and there's also some nice hints and tips from the featured artist. However, going back to it though, I do recommend watching that video where I review the Graphitint paint pans. Like I say, I've already got all of this stuff, but I really enjoyed this box nonetheless. I'll drop a link below if you want to get a SCRAWLRBOX of your own, and there should be a video on screen that I think you should click right now and watch, and a playlist for you to indulge in afterwards. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Bye!